It's Friday night, time for crafts and pure delight. Paper, scissors, let's get started. With vintage tape, we'll be wholehearted. Every honey deserves her day in the sun. With enamel dots, we're ready for fun. Layer in circles and punch stars too. In the Late Night Crafty Club, it's all for you. Glue sticks ready, let's make a plan. Planners in the office, supplies in hand. Honey half-season, whimsy arrows, crafting magic like true heroes. Every honey deserves her day in the sun. With enamel dots, we're ready for fun. Layer in circles and punch stars too. In the Late Night Crafty Club, it's all for you. Doodads and gumballs, let's create a scene. Join the club where we live our dreams. So grab your scissors and come along. Together we'll craft and sing our song. Every honey deserves her day in the sun. With enamel dots, we're ready for fun. Layer in circles and punch stars too. In the Late Night Crafty Club, it's all for you. It's all for you. Slip into jammies, grab something to sip. Stickers and golden scissors, let's take a crafty trip. The playbook's open with listers got a list. In this crafty paradise our dreams coexist. Every honey deserves her day in the sun. With enamel dots, we're ready for fun. Layer in circles and punch stars too. In the Late Night Crafty Club, it's all for you. It's all for you. Cards and pockets display our creativity. 32-pound paper, so smooth and buttery. Scraps your cards, help your ideas flow. What will you make during the Late Night Crafty Show? Hearts and pockets display our creativity. 32-pound paper, so smooth and buttery. Scratch your cards, help your ideas flow. What will you make during the Late Night Crafty Show? It's all for you. It's all for you.
Hello. Welcome to the back of my RV. Welcome to another episode of the Late Night Crafty Club. And welcome to Happy Friday. Welcome to a Happy Friday. I hope it was a Happy Friday for you. Perhaps it wasn't a Happy Friday, but it may be a Happy Friday evening. I hope so. I truly hope so. I am feeling the very, very spring sunshine. It is very springy right here. It's not very late night currently, but it's late night somewhere, right? Isn't that like, it's like 5 o'clock somewhere? Oh, actually it is 5. It's 5 o'clock here. It's 5 o'clock here. So I'm so happy to see you. It has been so long. It has been so long. And I'm looking at the side panel of my computer screen. I'm trying not to, but it's like so eye-catching. Isn't it? Isn't it so cute? It's so lovely. I can't get my eyes to stop looking at it. I'm so sorry. Hi, my friends. Let's say hello to all of our friends. Patricia was first one here in the chat room. So well done, Patricia. She was here early. Hello and welcome. Hi, Miss Annie. Hi, Susan Lloyd. Hi, Miss Edie. Hi, Edith. Edith, hello and welcome. If you are new to the Late Night Crafty Club, maybe you're not just new to the show, maybe you're a watcher, but you're new to the chat room. If so, if that is you, if I'm describing you, please let me know in the chat if you're new. If you show up and you decide to say hi for the first time, if you're brave and say hi, please let us know so that we can welcome you properly, which is essentially a big dog pile on the rabbit. Do you guys remember that? Dog pile on the rabbit. But it's more like dog pile on our new friend. So, hi Edith. Hi Diane. That goes for you. Sometimes I'm just not familiar with some names. Maybe you have been here, but maybe you're a little bit sporadic. So it could be me. It's not you. Maybe it's just me. But I would just hate for you not to be greeted properly. Hello, Miss Sherry. Hello, Miss Claire across the pond. Hello and welcome. Hello, Jenny B. Jen's Craft Menagerie. Oh, look at that. It rhymes. Hello, Victoria, also across the pond. Up there in Manchester proper. Hello, Marie. Hello to Miss Robin. Hello, Bethany. Long time no talk. I'm glad that you're here. Hi, Sherry. Hello, Miss Bren. I'm glad that you're here too. Hello, Miss Heather Beagle. Hello, Miss Penny Hen. Hello, Robin from Central Kansas. Hello, Miss Kathy Dotson. Hello, Denise. Miss Denise, thank you very, very much for the little gift that you sent me. It reminded me of the Brady Bunch episode, and I think it was like season 1, where the kids were all gathering the little green stamps. Do you guys all remember that? The kids were all in this, were they in a competition, or they just happened to be, each set of kids were gathering the green stamps because they were each saving. The boys were saving for let's see if we can remember. Was it a canoe? Was it, I think, a canoe? And the girls were saving for a sewing machine. That's what I seem to recall. And I forget what happened, but there was some kind of was that the card building contest, and whoever won the little card tower, that's who would get. I think that Alice had, was that it? Was it Marcia and her charm bracelet? She's reaching over to put the last card. And that wasn't what knocked it over, but it was Tiger coming through the front door. And I think that's what knocked into the table and knocked them all down. Am I misremembering that? Am I putting multiple episodes together? Correct me in the chat room. Come on, Gen Xers, help me out here. All right, let's see. Who else we got? Who else do we have? Let's see. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, it's because Denise sent me a little package full of green stamps. So Denise, thank you very much for that kind gift. Let's see here. Hi, hello, Miss Penny Sugas. Hello, Miss Deb Gilgore. Hello, and Susan Lloyd, thank you very much for reminding everybody to thumbs up this video. This is the price of admission to the Late Night Crafty Club. That's all I ask. All I ask. Hello, Miss Ray. Good evening to you. Hello, Miss Gail. It's good to see your little face. Robin says, I can't believe it's almost April. It's right around the corner. The trees are all in agreement that it's right around the corner. Their little tiny buds are all showing up. Some of the trees on this property they're already bloomed. They're already very, very, they're like the summa cum laude of trees. They're like, we're ahead of the game. They're ready to go. Hello, Shelly. Good to see your little face. Hello, Miss Sharon Sullivan. Hello, Terry. Good to see you. Hi, Leanne. Leanne, a newbie, everybody. Say hello to Leanne, everybody. Leanne, come sit with us. We are so happy to see your little face. Welcome to the Late Night Crafty Club. We're so happy that you're here. Very, very happy. Thank you for being brave enough to out yourself. Sometimes that's hard to do in a chat room. So welcome. Hello to Miss Leanne. We're happy that you're here. And hello, Miss Bonnie. Everyone say hi to Leanne. Don't forget. Hello, Miss Bonnie in Dallas. Good to see your little face. Hello, Miss Shelley. Hi, Miss Lacey in Nova Scotia. Hello, Miss Beverly. Beverly Bellany. Beverly, are you new? Because that name That name seems new. And hello from Georgia, she says. And Annabelle Castro, hello, welcome on down to the Late Night Crafty Club. Very, very happy to see your little face. Miss Susan wants to know how I get my eyeliner so thin. So actually, I have been using a very thin little angled brush that actually is designed for your eyebrows. Oh my goodness, I just realized you guys will probably see my eyebrows really good on this 4K camera. I've been using an eyebrow brush dipped into eyeshadow. That is what I've been doing because some of those little gel eyeliners are not, sometimes they're just too smudgy for me. But thank you, Susan, for asking. Let's see. Hello, Miss Paula Butcher. Good to see you. Hello, Kelly Anderson. It's so good to see your little face. Hello, Miss Stephanie Sawmiller. Happy Friday to you. Hi, Julie Kaufman. So happy to see you, my fellow once upon a time Glendora sister. One of my most favorite towns I ever lived in. And I'm so happy to see you this Friday. Let's see. Hi, Deborah in Spring Hill, Tennessee. Hello, Rebecca Kilgore. Longtime friend here at the Late Night Crafty Club. Hello, Chris. Are you there with Janice? Please send her my regards if she doesn't check in on her own. But we're happy to see you. Our Canadian, our honorary Canadian brother. Hello and welcome. Oh, right. Jenny says, Cori, super excited about the camp. Yay. Okay, I'm going to get to that. Yes, so Edith says it's her first time in the chat. That's what I thought. Edith, hello and welcome. Everyone say hi to Edith. I did do a Smashbook tutorial. Julie's asking about that. Now, I'm pretty sure my Smashbook tutorial was probably a camp project because I literally had a Smashbook cover. It said Smashbook on the cover, and I believe that was part of the summer pass book. And that was 2020 camp, if that helps you. Mark and I went through all of our camps. So like I have done a camp every single year except 2024. We went through all of them and I'll go through the list with you. I was so pretty excited when I saw it. I was like, wow, it feels like it's been so long since I did one, but it really hasn't been. So, Diane, hello again. Hello and welcome. Hi, Janice. Hello, hello. Oh, Holly says that she's in Arkansas. First time watching live. Holly, welcome to the First Love Club. I'm so happy that you're here. Hello, welcome. Hi, Benita. Good to see you. So Holly's another first-time watcher. Pearl Ann, it's good to see you. Let's see here. Julie's down with the eyeliner with the brush. I'm telling you, a good eyeshadow and a little eyeliner or eyebrow brush, they're a really good combination. Actually, the eyeshadow, using it as eyeliner is actually I've done that for years. It's actually really great. It doesn't come off when you use a good setting spray. Just saying. Let's see. Let's see. I'm going through my list. Hi, Jennifer Gober. Good to see your little face. Good to see you. Good to see you. Edith, you're in West Covina. I totally know where you live. Once upon a time, I lived down there. It's the land of pastrami sandwiches and pastrami burgers. That's how I remember that area fondly. It's like every region, I feel like in America has like things it's known for, like really good like food. I'm a food-oriented person, and that's how I'll always remember that area because that's just not a thing anywhere else I've seen. Let's see. I'm going through my list. Sorry, eyes are on the prize. I am looking through my chat. I'm looking. Okay. Welcome, Holly. Welcome, Holly. Oh, did I say something? Did I say First Love Club instead of Late Night Crafty Club? Oh my goodness, we have so many club names. Oh, so sorry. Oh, Kathy D's Creative Chaos. Hello, Kathy. Welcome. Oh, welcome. I'm guessing that you might also be a first-time Late Night Crafty Club. We have a lot of new people tonight. Something's up with the algorithm. Thank you, YouTube. Everyone, this is sometimes what happens with the little thumbs uppy thing. It sends you out into the YouTubes and it collects friends. Isn't that exciting? I love that. So thank you everyone for joining us that is new. I appreciate that. And thank you, Paula. You guys see my fun little VW bus planter? It's so cute. Let me take my little Kokeshi doll off there. Isn't that so cute? It's just like the little VW bus inside of the membership that we have. When I was using that for the roadmap, the little roadmap that we have in the clubhouse, I thought it was so adorable. I could not get it. So I had to get it. So, okay. So tonight, what are we doing? Let's talk, let's chat. So first things first, I found I shared a quote of the week last time. So I'm going to share one this week. Quote of the week. Every child is an artist. The problem is staying an artist when you grow up. So true, right? All of those adulty things we have to do sometimes beats that little artist out of us. Pablo Picasso said that. LaJean Designs. I love the way that sounds. LaJean Designs. She says, "Hey, all first timers, LaJean, welcome to the. I almost said it again. I could feel that one almost saying first." The Late Night Crafty Club. Welcome, oh, welcome. Happy to see you. Okay. This is what I get for naming too many things club. Okay. So let's talk about, I sent out an email to you guys. Remember the last time we had the Late Night Crafty Club? And I said, you guys better make sure that you're signed up for my newsletter because tomorrow I'm about to send out an epic newsletter to you. And it went out on March 15th. And it was about Camp Reset. I was so excited to send that. I can't even tell you. Can't even tell you. So if you missed it, do not fear. There's another one coming. I will be sending out one this April. I'll be sending one out in May. I have like a fun little series of little emails going out leading up until getting closer to, getting closer to the what would I call it? Every time there's a launch, people kind of have like this early kind of bird pricing type area around the launch that they start saying, hey, and the emails come a little faster. And then there's another email and another email and another email. Yeah, I have those set up. And I've never really done that to you guys before because I've always been so horribly disorganized that I usually am still putting camp together. And I never get a chance to go back and try and do a good marketing plan. This time, it's not going to be like that. This time, I'm putting all the marketing in place and then I'm going to build camp. So maybe I'll get all of my wonderful marketing in place, but camp, I'll be scrambling until the very last minute. But it's okay because I really wanted to have a really wonderful email series and just like have it all, I don't know, just do a really great job for the first time ever so that you guys weren't caught off guard. When I announced camp officially, you wouldn't be caught off guard with the launch date of it, like when it's happening, what it's going to cost, all of those things. You would have information much more in advance than you ever have. So that is why you're getting to know that it's in July all the way in March. I think that is the earliest I've ever been ever in the history of evers on anything in my life. So I'm very, very excited to have sent that to you. And I was really, I'm excited to send the next one. Trust me on that. So yeah, there has been, since I first launched Camp Reset in 2017, I have launched a total of 8 camps. And that includes a winter retreat. So I launched Camp Reset in 2017. I launched another Camp Reset in 2018. I did Camp WannaCraft in 2019. And then I did this thing called Camp Reset. And it was the summer pass because it was a 10-week long camp because of the pandemic and the lockdown. So it ended up being like a 10-week long camp in 2020. And then that was followed by the Harmony Retreat. Actually, Harmony Retreat was first, and then there was a summer pass. And then we did, I believe, can't remember the name of it. There was a camp reset in 2021. There was camp Joyful, and then there was camp Flourish. That was 2023. And then I took a break in 2024, and now it's 2025 and it's time for another camp. So I think a lot of people probably missed camp in 2023 because I didn't make that one public. It was kind of incorporated into the membership, into the clubhouse. So that one was not one that I like made public. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it up into like a package in in a workshop style. And then I'm going to make that available. And it's going to be something that people can purchase at some point, and then they can experience all the fun little classes I did and all the fun little things I did that they didn't get a chance to do earlier. Miss Kelly Anderson was my little partner in crime. She did some of the classes for me at that point, and I think that it was really adorable. I don't mean to brag, but the last two camps I did with the little mini-me's, the little mini-me adventure, they were really, really cute. So I think that you would be pleasantly surprised when you get to see those. So anyway, that was my little fun. Chris, I got my sign me up Sharpie. I'm excited to do camp again. I hope that you guys are looking forward to it and are excited to do camp again, because Mark and I, with the advent of the AI, it is amazing all the cool stuff that like we're able to do that we were never able to do before. Things like things that you don't really think about. Like there's some photos that we have that are kind of like a staple of Camp Reset, but they weren't very like good quality photos that we were working with. And now with like AI, there's like ways you can clean up the photos and make them like beautiful and like just, like perfect. And it's just amazing. You can put honeys in the photos in a way that like we couldn't do before. It's just incredible. It's like bringing another level to Camp Reset. So, and I have a wonderful illustrator. So I just think that it's going to be really fun. Just all new tools, all new little resources I have at my fingertips. So I'm hoping that I'll have all the time that I need to get it all done before camp is ready to launch. So, hi, Miss Margaret. She says, "Yay, camp!" Right? Hi, Miss Patty P. We're glad that you're here too. I'm glad that you made it. And hi, Miss Holly Curry. Good to see your little face. If you are new, welcome to the late night. Yes. Okay. Like, is that the Late Night Crafty Club? I threw myself off. I started saying the wrong club name, and now I'm like thinking I'm saying it wrong each time. Oh goodness, that's going to get stuck in my head. So, yes, the mini-me's was a fun part of camp. I think I started that in 2021. I think that's where we started doing the mini-me's, and it was just, they're super fun. So I am going to do that little mini-me adventure workshop as a separate thing that people can sign up and purchase. We're going to get that into our platform. There's just so many things that we are trying to get set up. If only we just had more time to do it all. So the other thing I just wanted to mention, I know we are here to craft, and if you have brought your crafts, please get to crafting while I continue chatting. Please don't let me hold you back. I just wanted to let you know we are actually crafting tonight, Wendy. This is not just the Cori chat club. I promise. I have all my crafting out here, sitting right here next to me. But I do use the beginning of this time period to do a couple little chatty things. So I promise there is crafting in the works. Just letting you know that if you are an explorer in the clubhouse, you have your monthly chapter for April is available to you. You have your new craftivity journal, and the activity pages for April are now in the store. If you guys want to grab those, I do have them right here. We can do a top down really fast. I can just show you. So here's the April craftivity journal, and here's the activities pages, just really, really fast. I think you guys are familiar with the craftivity journals. The activity page has got this lovely little honey on the cover. Notice how Mark got this page. I showed you guys this last week. This one of my honey sheets that I've been coloring, he got it into that image that right there. So there's mood boards here like usual and your art journaling pages. And then you have a word scramble. All of these terms have to do with spring clean or cleaning, organizing, those kinds of things. There's a word search with 133 terms. That's a pretty monumental word search. That's going to be for the those that really love word searches. You have your little small space creating little tiny works of art you can make here in your squares. And then we have honey number 1, honey number 2. And then we have these cute little, the bold and easy type coloring. Look at this cute little mouse. It's a little tea party mouse. Isn't that sweet? Little bunnies in the rain. So I went and tried to pick all these cute little springy, cozy little, simple little coloring pages. Woo! That's the key. You don't want to see that. No peeking at that. And then we have your Craftivity journal with our little cover model. This little girl here, she's the cover model for this month. I try to swap out the girls. So you have reset and refresh is the theme. It's all about getting reset and refresh. This is our cover model, not cover, but she's the interior model. So I try to do like a cover model that gets worked in, and then one of the outline honeys, she gets worked into everything. So as you are familiar, we have the little roadmap and your self-care bingo and your gentle goals dashboard and a journaling corner and 30 days of small reset moments, your self-care journal, your word of the year journaling. Here's your mood board. Is that delicious or what? So yummy. I have a lot of fun putting these together. Here's your new photo challenge. Here's your activities, your calendar for the Late Night Crafty Club is right here. And then your memory keeper and all that good stuff. Okay, and we're done. That's a little advertising by the Reset Girl shop. It's how we pay the bills around here, is just like, hey, look what we have for sale. Right, Benita? I love this girl. And actually, she is one of my girls I'm going to be using tonight. And I have a little trick for doing her hair that I wanted to show you. Okay. Is there anything else I need to talk about before we can jump in? So those are in the store if you're not in the clubhouse, the resetgirl.com. And let me see here. Okay. So I told you about the reset, the camp. Okay. Just one last thing is our newsletter. I just wanted to give you a heads up about my newsletter so that you were not confused. There are just 2 signups for my newsletter. Okay. So either you're signing up for the Late Night Crafty Club newsletter, the clip and snip. So right there, that's a separate newsletter to sign up for. Not everybody's interested in the Late Night Crafty Club, so I made that a separate sign up. But when you sign up for the Reset Girl newsletter, this is really my main, it's called the Cozy Creative. So this is really the main newsletter I'm going to be sending out from now on, and I'm going to attempt to be sending it out every single week, says the girl who's been the worst newsletter sender ever. But in addition, I'm also going to squeeze in a couple other little newsletters here and there. So they'll have other little titles. So one will be called Building Wonder. One of them is called the Reset Girl Insider. So when you sign up for this one newsletter, every now and then I'll tuck in another one. So that's why you'll see them. And you might go, I don't remember signing up for this. It's because I'm just sprinkling in some extra magic. That's all. So I just wanted to let you know. So you get many newsletters, other newsletters, when you sign up for one. Does that mean I'll be sending a lot of newsletters to you? No, because I'm really not a good newsletter sender. But the Cozy Creative, I'm going to really try to send you short, little, simple newsletters, just nice little ways of communicating to you. And you are more than welcome to hit reply and send me a little message back. Huh? We're going to try something new. Okay. So I think that is pretty much it. All right. We're ready to craft. We are ready to craft. So Melanie asks about the sheet. So this is part of our prototype that we're working on. We have this really fun product coming out that's going to have all these really cute, it's going to have a kit that helps you do this kind of coloring sheet, learning how to do recipes for the like little skin tones and stuff. And I am kind of testing out a lot of the pieces of it, and it will come out. So there'll be one collection that's all about skin tone and hair. So whatever pencils and pens, markers that you like, you'll be able to create your own collection. You'll be able to create your own recipes based on what you like, because not everybody likes the same brands of pencils and pens and stuff. So I'm going to be giving you a sheet like this so that you can practice doing faces and hair a lot. And then there will be sheets where you're going to dress them, as I've been doing, like this. So I'll be gathering them into little collections like this. We are having these hand-drawn for us, and they're wonderful. We love our illustrators so much. Mark has been testing out these fabulous little patterns where he's literally taking their clothes and kind of blowing them out, taking them apart for you, and they can be printed on vellum. So that way you can just, thank you, honey, that you can print these and cut them out of scrapbook paper. And I'm going to show you, one of these, this one right here, how to do that tonight. So I picked out my girls, which ones I'm going to be using tonight. And I'm going to show you, I don't think I'm going to mood tonight. I think I'm actually going to do all of my clothing tonight in a magazine. For those of you who are not familiar with this magazine is wonderful. It is actually designed for people who love paper. It's a paper lovers magazine. So it is really, really awesome. It has wonderful articles. It's fabulous. It is a European magazine. It is not cheap by any means. I believe I bought this magazine when I was in Japan. And they usually come like, this one was like packaged with this extra little one. And it has like super fun features in it, like stuff like this, where there'll be like little cards and little fun extra things that are tucked in there. Sometimes they'll have special editions where these are mini posters. Flow is just beloved. I think most of us are probably familiar with Flow. You can buy it from like, who's still open? Barnes & Noble sells Flow, I believe. But it's wonderful. It's eye candy. It's so cut upable for projects, for collaging. But I'm going to show you how I was pre-planning my outfits tonight. And I'm going to show you how you can use something like this, or really any magazine, but I wanted to show you how I'm going to incorporate it into their clothes. And hello, Miss Amy Hoffman. I see your little face. And did I miss anybody else before I dive in? Okay, just making sure. Okay, all right. Let me take a little sip. I'm very excited for tonight's crafting. I just have to tell you that. Okay, let me show you something really cool. Mark was working on this prototype right here. It's this really cool honey where he has her body like printed on cardstock, and then this is a vellum sheet. It's been attached to it, and the way you hold it is so cool. So you can tell like what your outfit is going to look like by kind of holding it over the sheet like that. It's like a magic window. Isn't that funny? I really like it. So anyway, I'm doing the same thing. I just think that tool makes it a lot easier. Hi, Michelle. Hello, hello. Okay, where am I getting started at? Let's move the girls' heads out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to start with this lovely lady right here. We'll start here. Some of the girls are actually tucked into the magazine, which is why they're kind of out of sight right now. And I have Mr. Crafty has talked me into bringing the music back. So paying for Epidemic Sound again so we can have a soundtrack. It's a little too loud at the moment. Okay. There we go. Okay, so here's my first girl and her outfit. So Mark did have these all printed. So her pattern is exact, right? So I don't have to do my typical trace like I normally do. So what I'm going to do here is kind of guesstimate where a cool dress would show up. I personally I've mentioned this before, love getting text on a garment. I just think it's so cool. So like lifeguard on duty with this cool like architecture here on the bottom of the skirt. And we have this kind of neat, kind of like a coral and the mustard yellow. That's so yummy. That's so part of my brand. So that would make a really, really cool dress in my opinion. So that's one that I kind of scoped out as a possibility. I kind of numbered my pages up here with what I thought went well with what. So another one here was this kind of collage art journal-y kind of piece right here. And on this one, I kind of was holding it up here. It actually has these two little faces right here. I thought that would be a really cool garment. Wouldn't that be so neat? This is a dress that I would notice if it were in a store. So the whole bottom of it would be white right here. And then it would have this neat line going up here all the way to the top at her shoulder. It would go this angle here. It'd be angled all the way down. I just think that would be really cool. So that's another possibility. Just like think about all of your, like whatever magazines you happen to be into, whether that's like floral magazines, you know, gardening magazines, those could make a really cool dress. What else do I have? This is a different, I'm looking for all the pages that say 1 because that's the ones that I picked for this. This was interesting. This is like is this a ficus? A ficus. So to me, this was a really neat dress to see like what would it look like with something like very like a tropical leaf on it. And I thought that was really neat. It would be a cream colored dress with these really beautiful leaves on it. Kind of play around with the shape and see like, ooh, where would I get these green leaves? Maybe bring it in here, maybe. Look how much I could get there. You know, you could play around with moving your garment around on the page to see like what would you get? What kind of pattern would you end up with it that way? So that was number one, the number one garment for me. And then, thank you, Amy. And then I have this number 2 girl. So let me show you her. So I had to hand draw her dress. Oops, I'm sorry. I had to hand draw her dress because I didn't have it printed by Mr. Mark. So her dress, now she's interesting because she's kind of holding her body at this angle. So with her dress, it would be a little different. So either you have to like adjust for the fact that she's at an angle and turn the dress more up and down because you know that ultimately she's going to turn. I don't know if I'm making sense there. So like here would be an example. I thought about this cool lifeguard station, which they clearly are doing a thing with that in this magazine. So it's this beautiful icy blue with a coral number on it. So I thought that would be kind of cool for the dress to have that in the top portion, and the rest of it would have this totally different kind of color combination. It would have this interesting kind of geometric pattern. I kind of wondered if maybe I should angle it slightly because it is the dress is on an angle. Would that make sense if it was turned that way? And then there's another lifeguard stand here at the front, which is this delicious pale pink and yellow. Same thing here. It also has this lifeguard on duty sign. It has the blue and the pale sunset kind of yellowish in the background, and then this beautiful pale sand color. So I think about that, like that would be a really cool dress. Also kind of making sure that I'm keeping one color on this part of the skirt and then keeping the top of the dress in that solid pink. You know, making sure that I'm cutting it in such a way, if I can, where it makes sense. I think it's a matter of the angle. So the words need to match up with her neckline, because obviously if somebody were cutting a garment, they would keep the text of any kind of words on a shirt obviously would be completely straight. So just because she's turned doesn't mean I would cut the dress at an angle. Like, you know, I would want to make, like, I wouldn't want to do that. I would want to keep it so that the neckline gives me the straight, like, I know I'm not making sense. I would keep this as the part that makes it balanced. No matter how someone turns the body, the neckline and the words need to match up. They need to be straight with each other. Does that make sense? They need to be parallel with each other. That would be my badly worded tip for you. If you attempt this, that, like, see my shirt, I'm okay, this shirt is a terrible example because the words are actually, they're actually angled. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm looking at myself in a reflection, so it's totally going backwards. This is just really not working out the way I pictured it. So if my shirt was behaving itself, let's try it this way. Okay, so see how my collar is straight with the word? They're both parallel to each other. So if my body twisted, the words would twist with me. Okay. Am I doing this right? Is this a funny thumbnail? Right? See how my collar and the words are still going the same direction? See how they stay the same even though I'm turning? So no matter how I turn, the words and my collar stay together. Does that make sense? So if you attempt this at home, you want to make sure your garment, that collar would stay the same with any kind of words you put on there. I think I'm making sense. I mean, it would make sense if you, like, drew little lines, like I drew a straight line across the collar and across her you know, her chesticle area. It would make sense. Do you guys agree? Hi, Miss Justine. Hello and welcome, my sweet friend. Thank you, Deb Gilgore. You were so positive. I appreciate that. I'm just doing my best to give good tips because sometimes when you do stuff, it's like sometimes it's hard to compute because these aren't real clothes, and this is kind of like you're cutting up photos, and with my brain was trying to, like, look at this, like, you're cutting up a garment where her body is twisted and there's straight lines in the picture, like the rail, you know, it's going this way. And for some people that would be really hard to, like, what am I cutting and how's that going to turn out? So I probably won't cut this because knowing me, I'll mess it up on camera and it'll just be one of many, many mistakes that I've made. I just want to limit the amount of mistakes I've made on camera. So let's just try to do hopefully what is the simplest one, which is this one. We'll just do this one. So I'm going to cut out got my scissors. I got my scissors I don't like. As we talked about the one, yes, chesticles. Okay, so I'm cutting out this little easy peasy garment out of my patterns. Okay, so now I have this deliciously easy little this does feel like paper dolls right now. I didn't even have to trace this one, and now I know it's going to fit perfectly. The benefit of these patterns is someone has done all the calculation of where their little hands are. So that's nice. Hi, Jan. Good to see you. Okay, so we're going to get this little garment cut. And I think the one, let me make sure. I love this idea a lot. I'm kind of torn because I think that would be such a cool garment, but I really think this is the one that I would probably actually have my eye on this one. And knowing me, it would be like really expensive. I have expensive taste. I'm not saying I buy expensive things. It's just the things that catch my eye, the things that I notice, like in a magazine, they always have like the highest price point. And I have no idea why, because that's not the kind of stuff that I buy. Do you find that to be true as well? Do you find yourself just noticing the most expensive things? Okay, now this makes it easier to pull it out. Okay, so as I was saying earlier, I just think this dress is bomb. Look, it just writes itself. Look at that. I could not plan that dress better if I tried. Okay, where's my cool fancy tape? Is this the tape? My dear husband got me this really cool tape. Let me see if I can find it. There's my chat room. He got me this fun tape that is nowhere to be found. Huh. It's a repositionable tape. Hark, I hear his little footsteps. Thank you very much. Okay. Why is it in this interesting...
Just take it out.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to make like a dispenser. Okay. So. Right? Thank you, Terry. I agree. It is the perfect dress. And that's what's fun about going through your magazines, using your magazines to use as garments. You do not always have to, go to your scrap paper collection. You can use magazines. You could even use your family photos. You could make garments out of photos, or use cut out images out of your photos to use as embellishments. So with this tape, I'm going to tape it down at either side like that, and then I'm going to cut through the tape to cut out the dress. I think this color palette is very vibrant and interesting. Okay, so now I have my taped dress down. And now I'm going to just tape it out, cut it out. Something like that. And I'm just cutting right over the tape as I cut the little piece out, and I'll hopefully be able to peel it right off. Now, I have not tested this. I'm just assuming that I can. But I think with magazine, it should come off because magazine paper is fairly glossy. This magazine this paper's glossy like a magazine. Hi, Holly. Good to see you. Okay, so it came right off of the image. So now I have my dress. We shall set this aside for a moment. Let me get my girl. Oh, I would so win the project runway. Look at that. That is so cool. That looks like her dress has been kind of pieced together. I love that. Okay, let me use my good glue. This actually looks cute too, like if it was like that. She looks like she has a belt. Oh my goodness, I almost glued it on the wrong side. Thank you, Susan. Okay, so she has this fun little frock on, and you can see she's got, look at those two little tiny little faces on her dress. Isn't that cool? Like, I literally had to do nothing to this dress and it's already cool all on its own. It just looks like I did cool stuff to it. But somebody else did all the heavy lifting. I did nothing. All I have to do is put some cute little earrings on her, as I like to do. So the question is, what color would make a fabulous earring for her? I feel like this nice coral would give her a nice little pop. Hi, Christy. Good to see you. Deb says it fits like a glove. She's got a nice little pop of coral, which of course begs for the coral shoes. I ended up keeping some of my pins out because I tend to I tend to like these coral shoes a lot, right? So, and I think a lot of the reason is because of the colors I tend to gravitate to, as their outfits end up being really good contrast with coral. When you pick things like blue, teal, what other colors have I picked for their clothes? Let's see here. Let's go through our models, shall we? So I do tend to like the coral stuff because I often pick the mustard, the teal. We have this girl. Oh, I still love her so much. Her outfit came together and it was so splendid. So like here's the opposite where she's got the turquoise because it went so great with the coral. And then here's my Gen X girl. Oh my gosh, she was fun to do. And we got While You Were Out. She looks kind of feisty, like an angry wife. And then was this the last? I think this was our last Late Night Crafty Club was this girl. And her little coral shoes. Our little happy girl. And then the girl I made from a seed packet skirt. So if your color palette tends to kind of stay in the same range, you might find yourself kind of keeping the same little, the same ones out all the time. Your same kind of markers. This marker set I'm using is enormous, so I don't really relish the idea of grabbing it each time, but I think I'm going to have to get some more. I feel like I still don't have the right shade. I don't know, maybe, I think I do. I think that shade and this shade are pretty close because they're kind of far away from each other. This vermilion, oop, that was almost a mistake. So far, everybody has red shoes or the teal shoes. I might have to change her out. I may have misspoke. Maybe that wasn't the right shade after all, but I don't know that I have red ones. I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Red doesn't tend to be a color I gravitate to. I don't. Is that true? I take that back. I think that's not true. I think I do gravitate towards red. Okay, I'm just gonna have to live with that, even though I don't think the shades are correct. How about I take this? Oop. I had a lot of fun doing her hair and her skin. I have really enjoyed trying to learn how to do the skin color and stuff. It's been a lot of fun trying to figure out the shading. I'm definitely not saying I'm, got it figured out. I think I could definitely learn some tricks in doing it, but I'm very pleased with what I have accomplished so far. I do tend to like putting numbers on them. I don't know if it would add anything to this. I guess it could. One thing I would do is, I have an X-Acto knife tonight. I just lost the blade. I think it's because I was fiddling around with it, and I think I was loosening it without realizing it. I have not used this type of X-Acto thing in a while. Woo. Okay, I got it.
Got it?
Yes, thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so she's standing at an angle. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna know what I'm gonna do. This will be better. Rather than use the blade, I'm going to use this instead. Okay. So she's, again, has another angle to it. So I'm going to move this all the way over so it's past this line right here. And then I'm going to draw up like that. And then I'm going to draw down over here so it keeps that. I'm going to clean that up. And this will look like it's now cut at the right angle to be on her dress. So it'll look like it's part of the dress. Like so. She almost looks like she's wearing almost like a sportswear dress. Like she's competing in a race, like a marathon. It's a Project Runway marathon. Okay, so I love her. I think she's adorbs. She came together very, very fast. So let's move on to our next contestant. Okay, and I always collect my little patterns and put them in a little tray. Okay, so my next girl is coming in here. Where did I tucked her in here? She's this girl right here. I'm actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna go with the other girl because she's a little easier. Ooh. I did see someone ask about which edition this was. This is from 2019, so this one is not, this is something you could probably find on eBay, but it's definitely not on the bookshelf anymore. This one I thought was really cool. So it's this really fun layout about how to make a piñata. And this one caught my eye just because it's really fun to try anything when you are looking at your little pattern. And I happen to have this garment right here, and I was really looking at it thinking, what am I going to do with this one? Because it's got this seam going down the center. So how is this going to work? But I tried it on this, and I actually think this one's going to be the winner. And here's my rationale. I love the way that the kind of like the fun, this kind of crazy bursty pattern is up here at the top, and it matches it down here at the bottom. So I really love that. I love the text. I love text inside of my garments. I think they're so fun. I love how that looks. I think it's going to look really neat when it's like all cut out. I love the two colors, this kind of, this really bright kind of, is that charmeuse? Kind of like a charmeusey color. And then this beautiful, like soft, it's like a peachy vanilla. And I just think that's going to look so cool. Put some like a teal earrings on her, like a soft blue earring on her. I think that's going to be such a cool garment. So that's what I ended up, just because I was moving stuff around. But when you play around with this, it's really interesting to see like what you could get out of a garment. Like you could even get like an image of some, like a woman, like her face or something, you know, how you, especially like this one, you can make it like a little T. It's like, look, you could get her whole face on this. Isn't that cute? The way some of them would turn out, you could get like a picture like this. That's why like stuff like this, like a cute magazine like Flow, gives you so many really cute options, because they do a lot of illustration in here. Like she would be perfection for this garment, like almost like it's a pair of, I think this is supposed to be pajamas, like silky pajamas. So she would be a really cute little pajama top. And then I could do a totally different bottom for her with a different pattern, but that would be cute. Isn't that so cute? I think that's adorable. So actually I'm going to make a mark on that. So what I've been doing, so I don't forget that I have Oh, there it is. So, I'm gonna make a note. I'll do it on this. 5. Okay, so the girl I want to work on next is actually this one, because I want to do something I've not done before. And I'm actually kind of scared, but it will be okay. So I wanted to show you a little trick with this, because we do have, is she? She is actually our honey inside of our Craftivity pages. She is, oh wait, I'm sorry. She's inside of our Craftivity journal. She's that lovely girl right there. Okay, so I wanted to show you a little trick that I learned, or figured out, I guess I should say, because I was using my brush tip markers, and you'll notice on her hair, it's not like just a solid black blob on there. She looks like she's got really beautiful like shine to her hair. So what I learned to do with this, because this is how it started out, is instead of just coloring it in solid, is I kind of like made like, I'm doing like little circles like that. So I'm just drawing little circles. And what's happening is it's creating a natural tiny little pieces of like white in between them, because I'm being a little loose, and it creates that. And that white picks up and makes it look like a shine. So there's like shine on her natural little curl, like her curl. So that's what's giving her that lovely little natural look, which I think is much nicer than just coloring it in, because you'll notice that even in the illustration, it's clearly trying to show that lovely texture. So that is my little tip for her if you want to try coloring her in inside your book. Is I did this like just like trying it out, and it turned out so cool. I love it. So I always try and figure out something neat to do with their hair. I don't ever want to just color it in super solid. So I try to practice like trying to do a little bit of highlight, lowlights, you know, using my markers, my pencils. Sometimes I'll go over something. I'll do layers of penciling and markers. Thanks, Benita. So this was just, I just was kind of like realizing like she's got all these little tiny little, see how there's like these little curls in her hair? So I was just kind of naturally following that around, and it just ended up becoming the thing that like worked so good. So there we have her. She's had her makeup done, her skin color shaded. I've shaded her little legs, so she looks like she's got that shadow from her garment that she's wearing. So with her, she's got this hand on her hip, so I thought, you know, she looks like she could hold something. And when I was flipping through the book, what made me think about it is there is this page in here that has pictures of, I think it's this page right here. I saw this little Flow magazine right here, and I was like, oh, what if I cut her hand so that I could slip the magazine under her hand? So I talked to Mr. Crafty back there and told him what my plan was, and he said, oh, I think that might work. So so here's my plan. I'm going to cut her hand just around this lower part of her hand. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to put down her garment panel, and on the other side too. I'm just going to make her garment, lay it down, and then I'm going to cut that out, paste it down. This feels a little big for her, but we're just going to make it work. And then I'm going to lay that down on top of it. I think that will make it look like she's holding it. I'm fairly certain. If not, I'll just glue her hand all the way down and no one would ever know. So let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. I don't have a pattern for her, so I have to draw one. I have to make one. So there's my vellum. I feel spoiled because I don't have that pre-made one. I think he made one, I just don't happen to have it. Okay, so I think with this, what I want to do, I think I hear somebody printing for me.
I don't have the all one piece, I have 3 pieces. That was one of the
your beta tests. You're a prince and a scholar. Okay, let me see. This one's a little complex, like it's almost like math. It's like fabric math. I have to figure out, like, how would I cut this? Okay. It's funny when you and your husband do the same exact task, and it's interesting to see how you do it versus how he does it. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. It's really funny because, like, how I would, how I do something because I know how I'm going to cut it. I know how I'm going to, like, look for the paper. And then how he's doing it like a boy would do it because he doesn't know how it's going to end up. Exactly, Deb. As Tim would say, make it work. I am going to make it work. Okay. So this was his prototype. So in this case, we had 3 separate pieces. In this case, it was like, look how many pieces. And I was thinking, I don't think people are going to like really cutting that many pieces out. I don't think I would. So I think this garment is just a little bit more tricky. I think it's a matter of like figuring out how what would be the easiest way to do this. Can you guys hear the rain?
Yes.
Okay, I asked this question last time, I think. I asked this question last time. I was telling you guys that we had started watching the show The Traitors. And I mean the traitors, not traders, like Trader Joe. I mean the traitors. And I think, Chris, you said that you guys watched the Canadian ones. Has anyone else watched them? We are obsessed. I might be a bit more obsessed than Mark is, but I'm obsessed with this show. I am a binge watching maniac. We watch them every night before bed, and it's really hard to stop watching them. They suck you in, and it's like I want to stay up all night watching them. Okay, so how do I stop this? So I just need to know, are there any more out there who are watching the traitors? And Chris, I actually found out there's a Reddit group out there, which I never ever have spent any time on Reddit until I became interested in this show. There's a Reddit group out there that makes all of the seasons available. So I have access to the Canadian one now, so I'm gonna watch that. Robin says, I love the traitors. It's so good, isn't it? Oh my gosh. I have never been sucked into that kind of show before. Project Runway is my favorite competition show, but not like a show like that. I don't tend to gravitate towards. We kept seeing that advertisement for it, and finally I was like, well, we'll try it. It looks kind of like theatrical. And so we did, and then it was just off to the races. It was like we watched a couple seasons of the US one, and that one's very different than everyone else. And then we tried the UK one, and that one was like, wow, that one was really good. We watched a couple of that, and then we watched the Australian one, and then we watched the New Zealand one, and the New Zealand one is by far my favorite. We've just started watching that one. So Robin says, I've watched all the seasons from all the countries. Robin, have you watched the non-English ones too? Okay, I'm rolling this pen up, this one right here. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I don't want to have too many pieces to deal with. Still on the fence about that, how I'm gonna cut that out. But it is kind of an interesting garment when you start looking at it. It's like, how would you cut this out? So I'm gonna try this first and see what I think. So Robin says your favorite was the Australian one. The rain does sound wonderful, right? When you're in an RV, the rain does sound it's very loud. It's not like when you're in the house, because you have your roof, that space, the crawl space or an attic space above you. It muffles all that, but the RV is it's just you're in a little box. So did you love Australia more than New Zealand? Okay, so let me see here. With her garment, I was going to put her in, let me see here. Okay, let me see. She has this fabulous jacket, and the jacket could be very dramatic, right? They have all these lovely lifeguard photos, lifeguard station photos. They're so dreamy. It's like the colors. So when you look at her jacket, I feel like there's so many possibilities, and I don't know. Look at that. Oh, that would be so cool somewhere. I want to pick the right one. I just realized I didn't actually pick a garment for her. You're a fan of the host, Roger Corsair. He is my favorite host. I will definitely say that. I absolutely love him. I love him because he's really funny. He's the humorous host. I'm not Australian. I don't know who he is, or who he is to them. So I don't appreciate him as much as I probably should. But I do like him the most because he goes for the funny. Let's see here. But I will say I like New Zealand the best because their cast, the people who make up the faithfuls appear to be the smartest. So they're the most enjoyable to watch. I appreciate that so much because some of the seasons are very difficult to watch. Part of it's because you know what's going on, so it's hard to watch people that are, that you perceive are like missing all the clues and they're not following and they're being inconsistent. So sometimes it's hard for a viewer to watch it. Oh my gosh. Some of these pictures are just so yummy and dreamy. And I think, oh my gosh, this would make such a cute garment, or I want to put her in something that's Japanese because I think it would be so cool. But I don't know. I put that other... Oh, here's another prototype. Here's her with just nothing. See how you can just see right through her dress? Look how cool that is. Isn't that neat? This really helps you see how cool her garment could be. Isn't that bomb? I just don't know if, if you purchased this, would you really want to take the time to cut all that out? Mark, look how cool this garment would be right here.
Yeah, that looks good.
If I turn it ever so slightly, could I get... Look at that. That is so killer. This one is just like really fun to move around. See, like here's another cute little graphic, that could end up being really cute on something. I forget, there's a... Stop. Is that not ridiculous? Oh my gosh. That is yummy. Yummy. I want that. Okay. I'm going to pause on this lovely lady here with her jacket. I'm going to put a pause on her. And I am going to, because look at that. And I already cut, I think I cut out her, well, I don't know if I cut it out, but I have her, no, it's in this Flow magazine. Did I just move this irreparably away and now I will not be able to find it again? Kind of like that. She's tucked in here, I just realized. Let me pause while I... She's hiding in here, I think. I don't think I took her out. I think I left her in here. But let me make sure. This is what happens when I'm busy working and talking. I hide things from myself. Okay. So I do think she's in here. There she is. Okay. So here's her dress. Here she is. I don't actually know where I first landed with her. Was she right here? Maybe if I turn her that way. That is ridiculous how cool that is. I could bring that down like that. Is it right here? Okay, let me see. I honestly do not know where I originally had it. Was it right here? No, I have to move it up a little higher. Was it right there? I can only move it so much before something like interferes, like this little white circle's interfering. Not that's not a deal breaker. I could turn her because that wouldn't really matter. Honey, did you see where I had it when I first set her down? Are we getting that specific? Oh my gosh. Okay, so
That's why I didn't have it playing.
okay, so it was kind of tilted. It was tilted.
Stop.
It looked like I had her tilted like this. I'm starting to wonder though if it makes more sense for her to have like that as a top, or is that a weird top? This is so fun. So then you can make her top pink. That's kind of boring though. It's kind of fun to make her be like... Should we do a vote? What do you guys think? The only thing is I don't love this white thing right there. Slide it over, slide it over. So it kind of is right here. That's where I had it originally. About right there. Okay, thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I'm gonna taper down. I did get her twisted, sister. There, I think I'm going to do it right there. I think that makes more sense for her top, so it's not cut off in this weird way on her chest. And she will look fabulous, and she has these lovely little green flowers. The other option is to turn the page like this and have it go that way. That's divine. I'm just a tortured mess now. What should I do? I don't know. I can't put off the decisions though. It's a live stream. How about right there? That way the green is like kind of coming up over her shoulder. We'll just say she's going to a wedding. I mean, this could be, this is a lot of fun. Let's face it. Okay.
So you don't tape that one down?
I know, I just realized that.
Okay.
I just realized I'm about to do something I shouldn't be. Yeah. Which should be here. Now, I need to figure out what I'm going to cut her little, the little one around her waist. What should her waist be? Thank you, Annabelle, for the support. Okay, we're gonna give her a gorgeous springy flower dress. We're going to put this magazine to work, just like my Flow magazine. It's been sitting in a box for like 5 years now, not doing anything. Neither is this magazine. So let's put our magazines to work. It feels so thick. Okay, here we go. We're going in. This is a different way than I normally do things. I don't normally cut through the 2 layers. I may regret this. Actually, I'm going to use my little scissors. Much better. I feel like you're in so much more control when you have the little scissors. So with these, with this one, I need to figure out what I want to do with this little wrap she has around her waist. I kind of want to give her something special. So I need to think about that. I was kind of wondering how intricate do I want to get with this kind of crafting. Okay, so there's the shape of the dress going on her. And obviously you want to have, you know, the details make it better. So she needs some kind of wrappity wrap. And I just need to decide what kind of paper would give me that feeling. Would it be something that is like that, like shimmery gold like I did last time? Would it be a contrasting paper? You know, something that's really, really like a deep green? Would it be a light green? Would it be something, it's got to be like a really tiny scale, because like the little belt wrap that she has is like really, really thin, but if you look at it, it's just made of like 3 pieces. So it's got this little piece right here, it's got that piece, and then this piece. So it's just like 3 little strips. So it's a matter of like what paper can stand out against this that will actually look like it's really creating a belt. So it's kind of got to be somewhat unique. Do I own such paper? Do I have such things? Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
I have this wood paper. Wood grain might do the trick, because wood grain. Ooh, and this too. Ooh, how about that? Because that pattern is so, you know, I love black and white. I always have, always have. So I think this will work, because the pattern is like narrow enough and tight enough together that it's gonna, you know, some patterns are too loose. There's not enough pattern together. Like, see how these ones are too loose? When you cut it, see, this is about the size I need, and look how much pattern is showing together as a true pattern. Now the problem is I need to get more of this paper. Yes, thank you, dense. Let me see, do I have more of this anywhere in here? This is like assembly. Ooh, this is like another type of pattern that's got density to it. See how the pattern is very packed together. No matter how you cut it, you're going to be able to see the pieces. That's a really good dense pattern. I could use actual ribbon if I had some handy. I don't think I have any ribbon handy. I have a tendency of putting things away that I'm not using, and then when I need them, I don't have them. This paper could work too. This feels like very, this is the paper I used to make that girl's top that I really ended up liking. So here would be some possibilities. That and that. This is the top. This is like the garment. You know what? I'm going to use this. I think this will be good. I think gold is a possibility too, but I think the pattern will be good, because the lines in it are moving in different directions, and it'll create the look of movement. It'll actually look like moving fabric. Okay, so let me move this out of the way. Okay. This is where I'm going to actually try to look like I know what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to try to see how I need a fabric that looks like it's going. Probably want to try and go that direction with it, I think. And then see how it would come down going this direction. So it would be going in all different directions, which might look like what the fabric would look like if it was all one strip of fabric that was tied around her waist, knotted, and then it was falling down like along her body. I feel like that would be the most natural way it would actually look like. So here is my question. Do I sacrifice the rest of this fabulous garment that I have here? Amy says that she's been meaning to tell me that she's so excited for camp. I appreciate that. I am so glad you're excited, Miss Amy. I hope everyone's excited for camp. Who's coming to camp? Who's excited for camp? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut the top part of this. This will get me part of the way there. Okay. I'm going to draw the lines. Oh, Mark got me some. He got me some of this graphite paper. Let's see if it works on this other paper. It does not work on this magazine paper. At least I can't really see it. Is it there? It's there. I just can't see it very well. Okay. This is a complicated process, but this is going to be so worth it. This might be like one of my favorite pieces I've done. I'm doing it. I'm just cutting into this little I did it. I did it. Wow. Jan, she says she's totally jazzed for camp. I spent 4 days last week getting my camp supply cart all set up. Girl, that's amazing. That is very, very prepared. Of course, you do have an amazing setup. You're a woman who has supplies at the ready that you can whip up an amazing outfit to win a camp costume contest. At the ready. Okay. All right, hang on. I gotta turn this around. What's going on with this? Why is this not feeling like it's working? And oh, I'm using the wrong glue. Hello. That is something that always... A camping we will go. A camping we will go. Indeed. We're going camping. I am really stoked. I know there was some disappointment that we didn't have a camp last year. So if that was you, this is it. This is camping for all the marbles. Okay, so there's that. Now I need to get this strip on her. Okay, so Kelly says, definitely excited for another epic camp experience. Me too. It's always fun to see what people do. Deb says, sign me up. Janice says, me. Me, me, me. Me too. Amy says, I've been to all the camps my first year. The first year prompted my friend and I to walk for 100 walks. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, you definitely earned the badge for that one. Chris says, has her little hand raised high. Jen says, I'm excited. I'm so glad you're doing it this year. Bethany says me. Melanie says me. Margaret says me. Terry says me. Melanie says me. Well, I say me too. Oh, I matched that perfectly. Yes, 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 yes. If you were in my the tea party that we had, and I was talking to you about that feeling of joy that you get when you're creating and doing stuff, and it's like the best little feeling. That's what I'm having right now. Like my little outfit is like coming together, and I'm like, I would wear this. I would wear this little dress. I have always loved a garment with a beautiful, like something bright and pretty, and like maybe a floral with a beautiful black and white graphic. Like, I just really feel like black and white is such a great contrast to almost anything in the color, any kind of color. Okay, so I know that on her top she had a couple of ridges. Doesn't it seem like she should have something on her top though? She doesn't, but it feels like she should. That is so pretty. Okay. Gorgeous. Gorgeous girl. I wish I had a fascinator for her too. She definitely needs a fascinator. Hi, Alicia. You made it. I'm glad you're here, sister. Okay. Let's put some glue down. That just came together so lovely. Although I was worried about it. Thank you, Susan. Sherry says, me too. She's excited for camp. This will be her second camp. Miss Margaret, I just sent an email out on the 15th of March, and that was my big announcement. And then previous to that, the only people that had previous knowledge was like the tea party, the highest level of the clubhouse. I gave I gave a little hint, but I just sent out a big email that was kind of like giving you a little tease about it. And then on the 15th of April, there'll be another one coming. So if you're on my newsletter, you should be getting those. So that will be your big little, that doesn't make sense. That will be the like teaser emails that come out and letting you know it's like on its way. And then, so as long as you're on my regular newsletter, which everyone who is hearing my voice, please sign up at trg.cafe. Go to trg.cafe. We have all these links there. So there's 2 newsletters I have. The Sip and Clip. The Snip and Clip, which is the Late Night Crafty Club's newsletter, and the Cozy Creative. I need to get these like straight. It's so hard to remember everything. This is what happens when you're a girl who needs to name everything. Everything has to have a cute name. It's hard to keep them straight. Hard to keep them straight, people. It's been 10 years. So I am going to be keeping everybody in the loop, and everybody's going to be getting really cute little emails about camp. So please be on my list so you will not miss out. And that's where I'll be giving you the flash sale, early bird sale, all of like any cool fun things I do about anything will be on that list. All the things. Hi, Doreen. Good to see you. Okay, so my gorgeous girl here, I'm going to give her, so that was just a good opportunity to remind everybody, be on my list, be on my list. Don't miss out. I have all kinds of fun things planned for my newsletters, little things to share, fun little encouragements, little things to send. So I have a plan. and purpose. All right. So I need to give this girl some shoes. And I can tell you it's not going to be teal, and it's not going to be these ruby red ones, because that would not fit with my color palette. She'll be the first girl that gets something different, a different color. What do you guys think? I'm going to be all about the newsletter life. I've been a terrible newsletter girl, and we're gonna stop that right now. Okay, so one of these was actually a pretty decent color. This one right here, this third one, I don't hate it at all. Let's see. But the question is, which one is it? Is it this one? Yeah, I think it's this one maybe. I don't know. It's so hard to tell. Maybe not. Maybe it's this one. Okay, I don't know. Let's go with the one in my hand right here. That one's very vivid. That one could be a good... So this is a possibility right there. And then let's go for something that's a little bit more cranberry. Do I have a cranberry in the house? This is kind of cranberry. Ooh, that's very deep. Let's go with one of these. Yeah, I feel like that one is pretty... Do I want to be the person that goes with this green? Would that be crazy? Does that feel crazy? Is that crazy? Does green feel crazy with this? Would you be looking at this girl sideways if you're like, girl, what are you doing? Did you get dressed in the dark? I mean, it doesn't seem like a bad idea, you know, because she's got this green in her top. Whoop. That may not be the right green though. So it doesn't seem like a bad idea. What do you think?
Mustard.
Mustard? Okay, this would be the color I went with if I go with it. So far it's these two right here. This really deep plum, this really kind of like that kind of green. I don't know. Now let's go down to Mustard Town. Mustard. I do have a pair of mustard flats. I'm a little prone to mustard. Is that crazy though? Are we doing mustard? Hi, Lee. Hi, Starlove. Hello and welcome. She needs a bracelet. Benita says she needs a bracelet. So, oh goodness, I don't know. I feel like the yellow is just not doing it for me. I don't know about the green. I'm trying to imagine if I was going out, what pair of shoes would I be reaching for in this dress? It's so different.
Markers mark on the vellum. Like, can you put the vellum over it and draw on it with the
Let's try.
See if it works.
Let's do it. Let's see here. My smarty pants husband. He figured that out. So there would be... I really like that. I don't know about this embellishment though that she's got on there like that, but so there would be a purple shoe like that. Now let's try this green one. I think this green is too light. What if it was...
It may not show up as dark on vellum also.
That's true. If I was gonna do green, it would be like almost, I feel like don't almost like an army green. I know that sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy. Stop judging me. I know. But it feels like it could work. Like I don't know. It feels like it could work. Is it pea soup or is it army? Is it army green? Which one would it work? So basically any color I put on this vellum is just not cooperating. I don't know. I kind of feel like this purple, this plum color is kind of, it is going to be green or plum color, but I just can't feel which green it's going to be because the vellum kind of doesn't work for me. So that feels a little too dark. Sometimes it's like you really have to work for the right one. I kind of like that one, that shade right here. That feels right. Let's see. It's just when it goes on vellum, it just does not please me. Bethany's saying she likes the plum. You know, so the plum is making me happy on the vellum and on paper. So we're just going to end we're just going to end things here. We're just going to put this baby to bed. We're just going to go with the plum. Ooh, it's really plummy. That vellum was really absorbing some of the problems. So what is everyone's plans for tonight after the show? For some of you, it's bedtime because I know my East Coast viewers, that's why I do the show. The time I do it is because most of you are going off to bed. So for some of you, it's bedtime. Okay. Oh, you know what, Benita? You said pearls. You know what I'm going to try? I'm going to try my little these things. I'm going to try and make a little. I wonder how many I could get across there. Even the tiniest ones she's got pretty little wrists. They're little. Okay, Chris says he's been up since 5 a.m. I suppose that does make sense why you would be so ready for bed. I get it now. All right, Kelly is going to play some Stardew Valley. Me and Mark are gonna watch The Traders. It's true. I'm watching The Traders. I'm obsessed. If anyone starts watching The Traders and you just need someone to talk to when you start watching, I'm your girl. I will be here for you because it will change you as a person. You will not be the same. So is that good for like a little pearl bracelet? I got 3 of them around her tiny little wrist. She's got the littlest little wrists. It doesn't look exactly like a pearl bracelet, but almost. This is such a fun dress. I love this one. I really like that. That turned out really good. Okay. Let me get. Chris said Stardew is a great game. That's amazing that Stardew is created by one man. One man did that whole game on his own. Amazing. So that was a fun little tool, a fun little, discovery of like, how cool is that? Think about your Martha Stewart magazines, your Simple magazines, your, like, what other magazines do we tend to gather up? Like, think about how fun it can be to dress your honeys. We are going to be So what it is right now is we want to debut these honeys in a really fantastic way. And we have this really cool platform where we can offer our courses, like workshops and stuff. But we wanted to put them in there too and have like a cool honey, like a hub of all these fun little honey kits. It's just like with camp, it's competing for our attention. So I hate not being able to debut these sweet honeys in a fun way. It just kills me. But as you guys know, this is often what trips me up, is that I sit there and I let stuff like that prevent me from launching things, because I'll want everything to have a spectacular launch, and then I can't do that, so I won't launch it. And then you guys will never see things that I've talked about or showed, and it never comes to fruition. And that's because of me and my wanting everything to be like amazing. So you will notice that these sheets are completely white, like blank. They don't have footers or headers anymore. And that is because when they debut in this kit, I deliberately did that so that if you wanted to frame these, you could. You can also cut these out. You can make collages with them. You can do decor with them, ornaments, I mean, whatever. And that's what I plan on. I want to do a workshop with some of these so that you can see what can be done with them. But I think it would be really fun to have a little gallery of these if you wanted to. And so being able to frame them makes more sense if you didn't have all that stuff printed on them. So that's why in this case they just have the blank sheets. All right, back to this lovely lady. Oh, 1, 2. Okay, back to her. I don't know why I wasn't thinking about her clothing. I numbered her and everything. I had a plan for her. I'm going to cut her hand. But I didn't think about, like, well, what is she wearing? What is she going to have on? So that's a little awkward. She doesn't have an outfit. So, and she has a fabulous frock. Like, that is a very easy, it's not a very demanding outfit to put on her. Like, it's a very straight little jacket. So we're going to go back to Flo and see. So this jacket's interesting. Like, we could put her in a garment that has this really dark, a dark outfit. That's new. I haven't done that before. And then the color that she has is just this strip right here. So like what she's wearing right here would be the strip that she has. So she could have an eyeball right here. Maybe she's like a hipster girl and she's like an artiste. And she would wear something with a cool eye on it. That's kind of funny. It says fro with an eye. She has a fro. I really do like the idea of putting her in a garment that has like this dark, starry background. That's really neat. It's kind of it would be really dramatic. Good night, Susan. Okay, let's keep looking. Oh, look at this. I love these old photos. Look, there's like, I think this is too dull of a background though. It would not be vivid like she wants. I want her to be in something that's, if we're gonna do it, be in something vivid. That's kind of dreamy. This looks like a painting from Janet Hill. Janet Hill Studio. Yep, it is. I have one of her paintings right here hanging on my in my office, my little space. Are you guys familiar with this artist, Janet Hill? I think she might be British, but my Lanta, I love her work. I have 2 of her pieces in here. I have one in my storage. It's wrapped up. It's a man. It's like a portrait style. Can't wait to get them all hung up in a proper place. All right. I'm still looking for a place or not a place, a purpose, like a stuff for you. Look at all this beautiful color. I don't want to put something weird on her. I want her to have something like really cool. Let me go back to the Japanese one. So this kind of pattern could be really cool if you were, putting something in a garment. You wanted it to be like a solid, like a jacket or a skirt. Like this corrugated steel would make an excellent skirt. It would look like a pleated skirt, right? How fun would that be? That could be fun. I'm going to make a mark on this one. I'm going to make a mark. I don't know what time it is. What time is it? It is 6:56. Huh, it's been an hour.
2.
It's been 2 hours. Oh. Okay, I was like, boy, it seems longer than an hour. I love this magazine. I don't relish like chopping into it the way I am, but on the other hand, it's good to use up my stuff. I don't want to keep treating everything like it's precious anymore. I want to use it. How about you? Do you think that's a good idea, as we should use up our stuff? This is something I collected on a really, on a trip. Maybe you have stuff that you've been collecting. I think stuff like this is another fun way of doing memory keeping in a way, if you think about it. I know every time we go somewhere, there's always fun things that you can pick up on your vacations, and I think it's a fun way of kind of doing an interesting way of doing memory keeping. So this would be an interesting way of doing this, because one side of her coat could be this, and then the other side of it could be more of that bright yellow. So many possibilities. Good night, Melanie. Edie says, yes, use our stuff. I agree. Oh, and look, see these little purses? That would be such a cute little purse to put on a honey, I'll have to try to remember that I have a catalog in here that I could put on them. Excellent, Jen. I'm so proud of you. She says she's trying to use up her magazines too. I used to treat my magazines like they were like books, like almost like a library. And magazines are so fantastic. We should, I preach this, is that we should look at them as art fodder, use them as a tool, not a tool, a supply for your artistry. Magazines are fantastic. And, when I think about, I talked about this in the last tea party that we had, but a lot of creatives have an origin story. All of us as children, or, as we became adults, somewhere in our creative path, there's been an origin story for you where you locked on to some kind of creative activity, an art, something that you locked onto, and it became the thing that really springboarded you into creating. And it becomes something that you really love. You may do other hobbies or other interests, but there's always that thing that you can look back on and go, oh, I still love that thing. It really lit you up, and there's really not anything as special as that original thing. And sometimes when we get a little overwhelmed by all of the choices and the things, all the hobbies that we've piled on ourselves, maybe going back to our first love is a really great option. So for me, my origin story is the collaging I did in junior high. And, as like a tween leading up to that, and cutting up magazines and cutting them up for the words and pictures and just pasting them on like notebook covers. I loved that. I still do. I love fussy cutting some magazine imagery. It is the best. It's soothing. It's wonderful. And it feels just like when I was that young girl again. It is such a soothing, wonderful activity. I love making collages, like old school collages. And that would be an origin kind of feel, which is why I love doing this, what I'm doing right now. This is playing with paper, using up these fun little magazines. So all that to say, it could be something like, sewing. It could be knitting, crocheting. It could be needlepoint, any of those type of things. It doesn't have to be just paper, but it could be stickering. What did you do with your stickers? Were you somebody who created with your stickers? Although personally, I would say when we were younger, I don't really know a lot of girls who actually used a lot of their stickers. I feel like we collected stickers. I don't know. Am I wrong there? Were you a user? Did you decorate with stickers or did you collect them? Because in no way, shape, or form did I decorate with my stickers. That's just not a thing. You collect them. And there you go. Chris says I cut up Nintendo Power magazines. Attaboy. High five. Slap it high. Okay. So, what am I doing? I'm still on the hunt. For this lovely lady. I'm going to have to turn, I think, possibly to some paper. I might have to put her in some paper that's not, you said snot. That's not a, that's a line from The Office, by the way. I'm not just acting like a 12-year-old. That's not a magazine. I'm sorry. I actually was picking all my stuff ahead of time. I've found that cuts down on doing this. What I'm doing right now is trying to find something to put her in. And, I neglected to do that because because I was so busy thinking about what I was going to do to her hand. I didn't actually consider the fact that I didn't have anything for her body. Ooh, I kind of like that paper for her. Would that be a cool jacket? Is that print too big? The scale of it? I don't think so. Ooh, another possibility is that paper too big of a scale? Probably. We are definitely shopping at Mood today. I thought I was not shopping there, but today I am, because I did not pre-plan this. I could do Rise and Shine again. See this delicious pile of paper? Yummy. So we got yay. There you go, Amy. You collect stickers. You never use them. Duh. What the heck? I just like to go on record as saying You collect stickers, you never use them. That is blasphemy. But I would still let you sit with me, even if you're a sticker user, okay? We're all still friends here. It's okay. There's no judgment, but still. But I am questioning your life decisions. Okay, so I do have some fabulous options. So some delicious things have just cropped up in my little treasure box here. So I do like the idea of possibly putting her in, like, this could be the part of the garment. This is completely off camera. This could be part of the garment that goes straight down. This right here, this pattern here could go straight down here. So she could have those little dots. And then on the jacket around her could be this pink, this right here cut out, and then that would be going down the center. So that's possible. Another possibility is that. Is that too messy though? That feels a little messy. I do like this. I think this could make a great jacket. Her jacket could be that. It's a matter of finding what would go down the center of it. That's too big. I need a better scale. All right, so let's just cut this because I think that's just going to get us, because my goodness, we all have to get on with our lives. This is a little bit too much. So let's see if I bring it down here, we would just have this pink at the top. So I honestly do not know how I'm going to cut this. This garment seemed very simple at the time, and now it is getting more and more complex by the minute. So I don't know, friends. I'm not sure if not sure what's gonna happen here. I don't know. That's all I want to do is put a coat on her. So I think what I'm gonna do, okay, this is what's gonna happen. I am just gonna cut up right here. I'm gonna cut up this panel because this is too hard. There. Done and done. This paper I'm using is very forgiving. It doesn't matter too much where it's coming from. Let's face it. And I'm gonna just use my sticky glue stuffy stuff. There we go. All right. Here we go. I hear a boy approacheth. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
It looks a lot like the one I came in here and handed to you.
Does it?
It does.
Does it?
It looks a lot like.
Oh. Is this your way of pointing out that you were right? Is that your way of doing that?
I would never go so far.
No, but you're just doing it in a way in which that you're just wanting to make your point. Is that what you're doing? That is all.
Sheriff out.
Okay. All right. Let's get serious. Serious. I have scissors in my hand, sir. Okay. Let's do this. He is a helpful hubby. He has gotten up several times to come in here to help me. Although I'm thinking that last one was to make a point. Okay, so we got part of her jacket done. Okay, let us... Okay, so we're going to... I hope you guys really love this activity. I hope honeys, dressing the honeys is fascinating to you, because you are going to be seeing some of this at Camp Reset this summer. Get your golden scissors. It's going to be time to put paper couture together. Okay, now let's get the other side of our dress made. It's this. I think it's trying to rain outside again, possibly. Ta-na-na-na-na-na-na. Can you guys hear the music? We decided to spring for a year's worth of epidemic sound. This is what we used to do. We used to treat you guys to some tunes, some jazzy tunes, while I crafted. So we decided to bring it back, spend the big bucks, so you could have a delightful Friday evening. Okay, what's going on? Oh gosh, that scared me for a second. I was like, oh, I miscalculated. That would not be the first time. That would not be the first time. You have to have a lot of humility to be on the Late Night Crafty Club. You have to be willing to make a fool of yourself and be willing to have made, be willing to make a lot of mistakes in public, as I have done. As I have done many, many times. There's just no pride left anymore. There's just none. Okay. This is a very jazzy little tune. It makes me feel like I'm hanging out at the home of one of the honeys for like an evening, a cocktail, and we're wearing our little frocks, and our husbands are out on the patio telling golf stories. Okay, so now we're gonna trim. Wait, am I doing this right? Yes, I am. It's okay. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. You can do it. Camp Reset's gonna be so fun. I miss Camp Reset. I swear it felt like I took off 2 years, but really I only took off 1, everybody. It was just 1 year. And yet it seemed so much longer. What does that tell you? Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. What if I'd glued that down? That would have defeated the entire purpose of this whole thing. Okay, hang on. Hang on. I'm sitting here telling stories about how I'm going to do her hand. I wasn't even prepared for anything else. Okay, so is this the strip? No. Okay, 1 second. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, luckily, my husband gave me this pattern sheet with the other piece of the dress. Good thing he thought ahead. Good thing he made this snazzy pattern, and I was suspicious of this pattern. But he has proven that this pattern is the right way to go. Okay, so here's the pink coat, and I'm just going to find something to go under said coat, and then we will do the hand thing I need to do. And then it'll be all over, everybody. We can all move on with our lives. The question is, what is the cool thing? This feels like too moody, doesn't it? This feels like a moody outfit. Like that doesn't feel very joyful. I want to put her in something a little more joyful. I'm just going to put that down there. That's not the hand I'm doing anything to anyway. Easy breezy. Oh, this could be cool. I could put part of a flower on a butterfly. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one out because you never know. What was I thinking? I should have totally used this. Shouldn't I have used that? I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't have worked out the way I think it would have because they're kind of narrow, the pieces. So I don't know how much I can really expect as far as like amazing color. It really is like a tiny little strip here. I don't know how much you can really expect to get in here. Easy breezy. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. Hi, sir. You're back.
You got it figured out?
I think so.
Okay. Because there's a way to do it if you don't.
Okay.
You take this, put it on that side. Get the other one, put it on the other side.
Okay. This one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then put that strip in the middle, and then take your tape and run it across to hold the two pieces together, and then you can move it around like a template and see exactly what'll be there. Yep, just like that.
Okay. Thank you.
Unless you have it figured out.
Well, yeah, it's not going.
Not your life's work.
Yeah, I'm just trying to land the plane at this point. Thank you. I see you, Kelly Anderson. I have to remember when you're here. Like, I have to show my loyalty when you're here in the chat. I have to be loyal to the spish. Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna make, I'm making, hello, Miss Deb. I just want to make sure. I had a feeling that I was right, but I just want to double check that it's Deb, because I was getting it wrong in the beginning. Okay. So I just want to get this done. My mom's favorite word is pisha. She says it all the time. She loves that. She mostly says it when you compliment her, or like if you are too much, like tell her how much you love her. She's like, pisha. This is how I've grown up, with my mom telling me pisha. When I tell her what a great mom she is. I love her so much. Pisha. It's so funny how you don't think, like, everything is normalized when it's your family, right? You don't consider this until I don't know, one day you actually do. I just think it's funny how Bob does that. She's just deflects. Any compliment, anything that's too much, that's what she does. Her favorite thing is pisha. I think until my mom started saying it a lot, the only other person I remember saying it was Shirley Feeney on Laverne and Shirley. She was a big pisha person too. But that's it. Are there any pisha speakers in the house? Do any of you say that a lot or know someone who does? That's really funny. Okay. I can only imagine, Kelly, the kind of words that kids say now. Okay. Okay, let's cut her hand. All right, we're gonna cut a honey. We're doing it. Okay, I thought this time I would try an X-Acto knife versus the scissors I normally do. I may regret this. I'm not saying this is a good idea. It's just the idea that I had. I'm not really an X-Acto knife person, so I'm not sure why I think this was a good idea, but It's like I'm trying to kiss cut her little hand. I'm trying to pop out the... Oh, it's working. I could have just asked that guy in there. The guy in the other room. Ugh. I have a feeling this will be... It's either going to really be awesome or I'm going to be like, why did I do it that way? But if you never ever experiment, like I feel like I don't experiment enough. Kelly, I feel like you're an experimenter. This is why I'm just not a very crafty person. I just don't experiment very much, and I don't try a lot of different things. So I thought, I'm going to try to be a little more experimenty tonight. I'm actually going to get my little craft knife and I'm going to try. Ugh, okay. I got her little finger. There, we have liftoff. There. I got her hand up. Okay. Got her hand up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to slide that under. Okay. I'm going somewhere with this. Trust. Terry says her Aunt Ruby says Pisha, but the accent is on the Shah. Pisha, right? Pisha. Okay. Okay, and then the whole reason I'm doing this very, very, for me, complex craft is because I wanted to put this really cute little flow magazine in her hand. Because I thought it was so stinking cute. Issue 14. Back order issues. Which I know that Flowed is really good at doing that. They will make back order, you can back order issues. You can buy them separately. Now, it won't be cheap, that's for sure. They're going to be spendy, but it's worth it because they are gorge. If you really have your heart set on a magazine. Okay. Was it worth it? See? Like that. Super cute. Okay, let me get this middle part done. So she's glued down. I thought I already cut a piece. Did I not do that? Did I dream that I did? Interesting. I thought that I did. Okay, so my plan is to... Okay, I'm going to cut it right here. This will give me pink and yellow. Thank you, Benita. I think it looks so fun. In fact, this is giving me such feels about what it would be like to frame these girls in a shadow box. And like, do you guys remember that art that we used to have like in the was it the 70s where did we talk about this already? And I'm just remembering this. Do you guys remember that type of art that was really popular where they would layer the pieces in a shadow box and it literally made it look like the art was like popped away? It was like the original pop art, paper art. I think my grandma had that type of art, like an artwork in her house that was like a 3D. It wasn't, it's dimensional. I don't know if 3D is the right word. It was a dimensional shadow box art. And I think you can achieve the same thing with pop darts and then put pieces of them, like layer them, like so like you could make another version of her and layer on top of her and make pieces of her kind of pop off of like her body. Does that make sense? If you remember what I'm talking about in the first place, like those type of artworks, then you'll know what I mean. And sometimes they were like a really cute scene. Like I remember the one my grandma had was it was like a little room, and it was like a little, like almost like a little cabin scene or like a cottage scene of inside like a kitchen. And there was like the little rocking chair and the little counter, and everything was dimensional, but it was made of paper. Am I crazy? Do you guys remember this? Okay, so I have this. Why is this backwards? What is going on? Okay, it's not backwards. I just had that the wrong size. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna draw a line. I'm gonna draw another line. Why is this not as long as that needs to be? This is weird. Why is that a different length? Very, very sus. I don't know why I have... Kelly, I cheated on you. I don't know why this is not the same length.
Might be my fault.
Good thing I didn't purchase this from you. I would be sending you an email.
It's a beta product.
I would like my money back, please. I'm very disappointed in this. Okay, I'm glad that I have some people who said yes, they remember these things. 3D pop-out art pieces I saw were florals, organic representations. It was like a diorama. Yes, it was like a diorama. Kelly. Okay, so I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that. I'm on the fence about this. I want her to be really cool, and I'm not sure if I like that. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. Is anybody crafting along with me? And if so, what are you working on? I want her to have like a funky, cool outfit, you know, like she is like got a cool, she's like a clothing designer or an art. Do I like this better? It could be that I'm just not finding, it just could be I'm not finding the right paper. Pearls in a shadow box and like, why am I hearing myself? Okay, I don't like that either. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. That is how I'm solving this problem. Instead of trying to cut that piece to fit there where it doesn't fit, I am just going to do this weird wonky thing. I'm doing this weird wonky thing. I don't know how to but here's the good news. I am using up this paper that that's just been hanging out in my craft bin. And the other cool thing is now I have this really awesome like dimension going on that makes the outfit look even more like layered and realistic. Okay, now she's fly. Way better. Okay. I like that so much better. I'm glad that we kept working for it, and now you look good. Okay, now what did I do with that little magazine? There it is. I was like inside going, oh my gosh, watch that I had lost it. Oh, Amazon's here. Okay, so I'm going to try and get it between her fingers like that. And she just needs some shoes. And I think I am going to give her some shoes that match her. They're the same color I use on their lips all the time. This one's called Lipstick Neutral, and it's this really pretty, it's a pretty mauvey pinky color. So I'm going to see. All right. Okay, my sweet friends. It is time for me to remind you of something I should have told you in the beginning, because now a lot of you, well, not many of you left. I'm going to be doing another Late Night Crafty Club next Friday. I know my pattern is to do them every other Friday, but I have to kind of change up the pattern because I can't do it the Friday after next. So I'm going to be doing another Late Night Crafty Club next Friday, April 4th, and then I'll be doing the next one on April 18th. So the Google Calendar where I keep all of our Late Night Crafty Club information has been updated, and that is on trg.cafe. All of the links, we have this little cool little one-stop shop for all of our stuff is on there. It's trg.cafe, and Mark keeps it updated with all these links that will take you to both of our newsletters, going to like our Amazon, like shopping some of our Amazon links, It goes to our store. It goes to the Craftivity journal, the activity pages, whichever one is like updated, the most recent. And I think it goes to our calendar. No, but he can put it up. So hopefully you are on our newsletter list for the Late Night Crafty Club, because I just sent out the newsletter that gives you those dates. That's one of the benefits of being on the newsletter, is I give you that calendar. I remind you on Thursday before I go live that, hey, I'm about to have a Late Night Crafty Club, so that you're reminded to be there or be square. So that's a nice little perk of that. And that's basically my biggest purpose of doing that newsletter, is to let you know the calendar, the dates, and the reminders. I also tend to put like some kind of like a freebie printable in it towards the end of the month. So I may have forgotten that this time. I think I forgot to do it this time. Possibly. If I forgot to do it, then I'll do it the next one that goes out. And hi Dawn. Hello. Miss my roller derby friend. I'm glad to see your little face as I'm signing off. So we had so much fun tonight. I had fun going through using my magazines tonight to dress my honeys. It's been my favorite little craft thing. And I know I said at the end of last year, I said I'm going to be doing cards, for all next year. But I have decided that I'm going to just do whatever I feel like doing until I don't feel like doing it anymore, and that I'm going to switch to whatever it is that I feel like doing. Because I think that what we should do is we should follow our little creative flow. Wherever that little creative flow takes you, that's where you should go. Because the more I do this, the more cool things I'm willing to try, the more I'm like searching and digging for stuff like, oh, what if I tried this? What if I tried that? And then Mark is getting involved by making all these cool, patterns and, and helping me develop my own little, like taking my tools that I was doing, and he's coming up with like fun ways to, create things that would be helpful to like practice coloring. Because I personally, one of my favorite things about doing Dress the Honeys is actually doing their skin, their hair, putting makeup on them. That I really, really love that. And a lot of times the things that I love, you guys love. So I wanted to invite you into this little pastime I have, this fun little craft thing. So as we are developing our little prototypes and making them better so that when they launch, they're wonderful. And then you guys could experience that wonderfulness too. And you could craft along with me at home and make your own little fun outfits for honeys. And I think that you'll really enjoy this and see how fun the process is, and get a lot of joy out of it. Because it's really, you don't really you saw this particular girl come together. Where's my top-down camera? There we go. You saw how quickly she came together. Once I picked a pattern for her, like that dress came together really easily. So it's the fun is the hunt. That's like part of the craft, is just hunting for the right outfit. And I don't know about you, but I think a lot of us have a lot of paper in our stash that this could be a so fun and enjoyable, relaxing thing to do, is just flip through a magazine. And before you know it, you could have honeys wearing salad. They could be wearing, like a stack of books. They could be wearing vintage ephemera. Who knows what all cool, fun things they could be wearing that, that you never thought about before, because you were just playing with your paper or with a magazine or with a cool book, a storybook, a kid's book, That's what's going to be so fun. And when you have one that you really, really love, you can frame her. That will be really great. What I would like to do is experiment more with that, because what I plan on doing is having a cool workshop to share with you by the time camp rolls around, because you might just be earning a badge, but you didn't hear it here. So anyway, I love your little faces, you guys. It's been so fun hanging out with you. Thank you for spending this delightful 2.5-hour tour with me. And it was so good to see your little face, all of you. And I appreciate each and every one of you who spent part of your precious Friday, your kickoff of the weekend with me. I hope it was a good one. It's always nice to start off a weekend with such positivity and just doing something fun with your friends. And we have such a wonderful community. And I love, love, love how you never know who's going to show up on Friday, who comes and hangs out with me in the RV, who's going to show up. Sometimes it's a friend we haven't seen in several years. Sometimes it's a new friend, and they come and stay and hang out with us for many, many, many years. You never know. You never know. So if tonight was your first night or your 100th night, I love your face and I appreciate you being here. And yes, I agree, Chris. And it's fun that you're here. And I appreciate that too. It's always fun to have supportive husbands. What would we do without those supportive husbands? Husbands are supportive even when they're letting you do your own thing, right? Just leaving you alone so you can just enjoy your time alone with the gang in the Late Night Crafty Club. So that's being supportive. So anyway, hugs to all. Exactly, Michelle. Hugs to all. You guys all have a lovely weekend. I will be back next Friday, same bat channel, same bat time. So please show up, bring your scissors, your glue stick, and your lovely self, and we will craft together again. I love you. I'll see you soon. Mwah. Bye, everybody.
Gather round, it's Friday night. Time for crafts and pure delight. Paper, scissors, let's get started. With vintage tape, we'll be wholehearted. Every honey deserves her day in the sun. With enamel dots, we're ready for fun. Layer in circles and punch stars too. In the Late Night Crafty Club, it's all for you. Ready, let's make a plan. Planners in the office, supplies in hand. Honey half-season, whimsy arrows, crafting magic like true heroes. Every honey deserves